Welcome in, Viking Central. Wanted to hop on, talk a little bit about the game. Kind of a snooze fest a little bit. Vikings beat the Giants 16-13. Max Brosmer comes in, gets a game winning drive under his belt, his first game winning drive in his NFL career, and we'll see where he can go from there. Because he could be your starter for the next 2 weeks versus two divisional opponents. The Lions on Christmas Day, and then the Green Bay Packers to close out a disappointing 2025 season. We're obviously going to talk some JJ McCarthy here as well, where it's kind of been the same, the same old same when it comes to JJ McCarthy, where he starts playing better, or he kind of strings a few good games together, and then he gets injured. I mean, this was his first like really good string of games, obviously versus the Commanders and the Cowboys, and then he played solid in the first half. Honestly, should have a great touchdown pass to Jordan Addison, and I could talk about Jordan Addison too, and his drops. And then an unfortunate interception that bounced off Jalen Naylor's hands. Wasn't the best of passes, but dude, you're getting paid to catch the ball in the NFL. If it hits you in the hands, you just got to reel it in. You just got to do it. Help your young quarterback out, and obviously that's not what our wide receiver core was doing there for the first portion of the game, and then obviously the unblocked Brian Burns came in and destroyed JJ McCarthy. And I guess I don't even know if that was the play that he injured his hand. It could have been a play before or the drive before or something like that where he injured his hand. So kind of interesting. And maybe we're going to hear a little bit more from Kevin O'Connell, but I won't be surprised if he keeps it under wraps a little bit too until tomorrow. Probably going to say he's going to have an x-ray, or he did have an x-ray, and just kind of go from there. But I guess if Kevin does hop on here and says something, let me know in the comments. Obviously, as I'm on here talking to you guys, I'll try to be strolling Twitter the best I can. But at the same time, it's just a frustrating portion of the season. But I put in the title, Vikings need to trade for Joe Burrow to heal my mental health. Just a big splash like that, honestly, would put me in a better mood, and that's months away yet, and it's probably not going to happen. But he has dealt with his own injury problems in the past as well. So it's not like he's Mr. Iron Man either. But obviously, it's Joe Burrow, been in the Super Bowl, one of the best passers in the NFL, one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. Him and Justin Jefferson would be a dynamic duo. And I'd be interested to see what a trade would look like. And as I'm saying that, Fargo Brady pops in and says 3 firsts, JJ Hawk Turner, or 2 firsts, JJ Hawk for Herbert. Ooh, spicy. I like it, Brady. I like it. Man, it's a great question. So you're essentially giving up an extra first in Dallas Turner for Burrow. Oh, that is a great question. Honestly, I would do the Burrow one, but I'd want to keep Dallas Turner. I'm maybe a little higher on Dallas Turner than most people, but I think Dallas Turner had the stat sheet didn't show it again today, but the game-ending sack, he made Jackson Dart move off his spot and ran right into Andrew Van Ginkel, and he's shown flashes that he's continuing to get better, and I think next year for sure he could be a double-digit sack guy, and edge rushers don't grow on trees either. So I think I'd want to hold on to Dallas Turner. If you could do 3 firsts, JJ McCarthy and TJ Hawkinson for Burrow, I'd probably do that maybe in a heartbeat. Maybe that's a hot take, but 2 firsts, JJ and Hawk for Herbert, I think I would do that. Honestly, I think I would. Herbert's a tough dude, 6'5", cannon of an arm, would come in and run Kevin's system pretty damn well, in my opinion. And honestly, if the Chargers don't win a playoff game again this year, do they make some sort of a move? I mean, I know Justin Herbert is very beloved over there with the Chargers, so I don't even know if that'd be a start. And I don't think Herbert would be asking out of the organization either. I think he's fitting in there pretty good in LA. with Madison Beer and all that kind of stuff. I think he's loving the LA life. But Joe Burrow, if he asks for a trade, yeah, I think the Vikings could be a hot destination because it just makes a lot of sense for multiple reasons. Um, he'd be owed a lot of money. We'd be paying a lot to the quarterback. So it'd be interesting to see how we'd have to work the roster. We'd have to start drafting well, something we haven't done in a long time. But if it was this right here, I would do Herbert. But if you could take Turner out of the equation, Brady, I would go 3 first, JJ and Hawk for Burrow, just to see if they would do that. Vikings news today on YouTube says Skull baby. We're always skulling, no matter how bad it gets, no matter how boring the games get, no matter who's playing quarterback. I'm just scrolling Twitter to see if there is any update on anything. Don't see anything so far, but I don't really expect anything today either. I mean, maybe he comes out and says he fractured his hands, and maybe that's what happened, and obviously he'd be out for the rest of the year. I think I saw from one of the Twitter doctors worried about a metacarpal fracture, and that's about a 3 to 6 week recovery timeline. So obviously that would knock him out for the season, as we only have 2 weeks left in the season. Quick turnaround. If it's just a bone bruise, I mean, maybe he give it a go, but man, it's his throwing hand, which makes it kind of complicated as well. If it's his left hand, it's probably not as big of a deal. You can maybe do some pistol stuff or straight shotgun stuff, so he doesn't have to go under center and grab a snap from Michael Juergens, because Ryan Kelly, 3rd concussion of the year, they're thinking 6th of his career or something like that. Like, I would be surprised if Ryan Kelly didn't call it quits after this year, and that's unfortunate because I think he's still a really damn good football player, but man, it's just tough concussions, and he's getting up there in age, and you got to start thinking of that way, and that's just super unfortunate. But as we continue here, check out our sponsor up there. That's Badass Wood Art. That's badasswoodart.com. Louise does a great job. Code VC15 for 15% off your order. Custom wood art. Check him out. Again, Louise does a fantastic job just doing custom wood art over there. If any of you guys have any questions in the comments, like Brady, just throw them in the comments. If you're watching on YouTube, hit that red subscribe button, turn that bell for notifications, as we're trying to be more active. Did our Skull Bets segment this morning with Brady Poplar. Does a great job as well, which is a new thing. So, and obviously we're almost done with the season, so we're going to be doing a lot more, and we could do some off-season stuff as well. But again, just going back to the game, 16-13, Max Brosmer gets his first career game-winning drive in his belt. Looked a lot better, honestly, than the Seattle game. Got the ball out of his hands pretty quick. There was some pressure that kind of bothered him a little bit, but it's his second career game. Can't ask much more, especially in relief. He did what he had to do. Had a great ball to Justin Jefferson on the sideline. Justin Jefferson, 85 yards. Hey, yeah, we're calling 85 yards a spectacular game for Justin Jefferson nowadays. I think he's like, what must he be? He's like 85, like another 80 some yards away from 1,000. So hopefully he can get that, and it might be Brosmer throwing him the ball the rest of the year. Jordan Addison, man, another drop. I talked about a little bit earlier. It was like in his hands. It was right in the breadbasket, and as he goes to the ground, it just squirts out. Man, I don't know what's been up with Jordan Addison. Hasn't been the same dude this year, and I don't know if it's just rust, new quarterback. I mean, Carson Wentz, JJ McCarthy, Max Brosmer. It's just been kind of a weird year for everyone. So I don't know if that's kind of bothering him as well. But at the same time, I mean, you got to bring that in. That's a touchdown. That's a dime from JJ McCarthy. You got to do what you got to do and just bring the ball in and kind of go from there. But it's going to be interesting. Interesting offseason. I kind of tweeted this out earlier on my X or on my Twitter, whatever you guys call it nowadays. I'll say that until I'm blue in the face. But jobs are going to be on the line. Kevin O'Connell doesn't have a playoff win through 4 years of coaching. You're gonna tell me you're gonna go 5 years without a playoff win, and the Wilfs are gonna be fine with it? I don't see that happening. Kwesi Adofo-Mensah, are you gonna get fired at the end of the year? I don't know. Ryan Grigson, his right-hand man, are you going to get fired? I feel like someone needs to be kind of the scapegoat a little bit. I don't know who it's going to be, but um, someone's got to be the fall guy, and I think it's someone in the front office more than likely. Um, and I wouldn't be upset if it was Gracie Adolfo-Mensah because our draft picks, man, they just have not been panning out. And if we do try to make a big splash trade for like a Justin Herbert or a Joe Burrow, you got to start nailing on draft picks because a shit ton of money is going to go towards those guys, and you're going to need young studs all over the field to fill out the rest of your roster. And if you can't do that, I mean, it's not going to work, unfortunately. But that's just the way it is. So as we go, a big offseason ahead. What's going to happen with Brian Flores, defense coordinator, contract up after the year? Is he going to get some more head coaching job interviews? Is he going to move on to a different spot? I think he loves Minnesota. I think him and Kevin O'Connell do really good work together. But, I mean, he's one of the best defense coordinators in the league. And we saw it today. I think the Giants had 13 net passing yards all day. Yeah, and I don't know. I mean, is Jackson Dart good? I don't know if he is or not. He's shown flashes, but he was pretty dog crap today. I can tell you that. He didn't impress me whatsoever. JJ looked way more competent than Dart did in his one half of football, but at the same time, he's the one who walked off the field at the end of the day, still healthy. So, hey, good for him, I guess. If that's the barometer we're using for success right now. But the best ability is availability, and JJ McCarthy hasn't been able to do that so far in his 2-year career. And it's been super unfortunate. I think he's played like 8.5 quarters of football or 8.5 games of football. And he's missed, what would that make him miss? Like 20-some games. I didn't want to do the math right now. Again, I need that Joe Burrow trade for my mental health to kind of heal me a little bit inside, because it's been a tough, really tough 3 months. It has been, as a Vikings fan, and we've been through a lot, but it just has not been an enjoyable season, unfortunately. Just with injuries, with drama, and tough losses, and trying to groom a quarterback, and Kevin O'Connell being snippy with the media. I mean, it's funny, but not funny, unfortunately. And as a Vikings fan, we've seen it all. So none of it really does come as a surprise. Is Kevin's not even on here yet, but man, I don't know. They're gonna do something. They're gonna do something because jobs are on the line this offseason. And it's gonna be interesting to see what happens. Again, if you're on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. Appreciate it so much. Turn on the bell for notifications. If you guys have any questions, just throw them in the comments, or any comments at all. If you need to vent a little bit, I'm right there with you. Jordan Mason out for the game with an ankle injury. Aaron Jones got beat up today. But he's a warrior, stayed in, and got the game-sealing first down. But that's another position. I think the Vikings need to go find a true running back like RB1, and Jordan Mason can be a guy that comes in and spares him every now and then, like he was for San Francisco there for a little bit. Aaron Jones, I think your cap number is pretty high, and I think we save a good amount of money by just flat out releasing you. Love you. Great locker room guy. When you're healthy, you're still pretty damn good, but trouble staying on the field. Big price tag. Find someone in the draft. Kwesi, can you do it? I don't know if you can do it, but at least try. If you fail, we're not going to be surprised. Yeah, just being flat out honest. But we need some young talent on this football team. And if we don't, it's going to be a long few years. I trust in Kevin O'Connell still. I really do. The time management at the end of the first half was pretty bizarre, pretty terrible, but I still believe in Kevin O'Connell. as a coach, as a leader, as a guy that can lead this team to some playoff success and hopefully a Super Bowl one day. And I know it's probably foolish of me to say that because we have not had any playoff success with him whatsoever. 2 playoff games, and 2 losses. So, at the end of the day, it's all about winning. We haven't done enough of it, unfortunately, and, it is what it is at this point, but hey, we just wanna see some success. We wanna see a quarterback that can come in, stay healthy, and be really damn good as well. But can we get that to happen? I don't know. We'll see. Bacon Central. God bless. Later.